Hey YouTube, get ready for a ton of Love Cup and Ultra League teams as we're headed into the last week of the season with these two cups, Love Cup and Ultra League. And then we have Master League, Open and Great League, Open and Premier League. And then we have Hoenn Great League and another Master League Mega Edition. So if you are looking for a bunch of teams for Love Cup and Ultra League, I've got basically 2 videos coming for the next 3 days on that. So this one is, it was really interesting because the back two Pokemon were all-stars. So the team is Huisian Electrode, Ariados, and Druddigon. And I just used this Electrode because I used the other Electrode the other day. So I'm like, I just might as well use like a Wild Charge nuke Pokemon. And then I had Ariados because Ariados is just super spammy. And overall, unless you get lit up by like a fire, it's overall pretty good coverage, right? And I used Druddigon last time. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, so I'm just going to call him Dragon from now on. I used the Dragon last time, and I remember it just being so attack heavy, a little glassy, but that Dragon Claw almost takes out that Charizard. And again, just flip switch here. Dragon Claw would have done a lot of damage there, and you're going to see in the next matchup here too. Like, this Pokemon is crazy strong, and I was like, this must be a very, very attack heavy Pokemon. So I was just going on PV Poke, and I'm just like, okay, compared to like the rest of the team, it's the stamina where it's weak. So this attack is a 128.8 attack. So to put that in perspective, Ariados is 122.6, normal Electrode is 120.7, Huisian Electrode is 121. Just thinking about what I've used the other day. Well, Lickitung, I don't even want to look up Lickitung and Medicham are more bulk heavy instead of fighting, so those don't even count. I'm just trying to think like what other, like the Slow Bros are in here. 112, Slow King, same stat product. I guess that makes sense. So it's just such an attack heavy Pokemon that you could use a third move if you need it. I don't think it needs it. I think the Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw, like if you're gonna run into a fairy, you're gonna lose anyways, right? So it doesn't really matter. I think just having that Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw is more than enough. So coming in here, like resisting the moves here, out comes Lickitung. Look at what those Dragon Tails are doing. I'm gonna spam, like you get to these Dragon Claws pretty quickly, and look at the damage this is doing. This is a Lickitung. I'll shield because I'm very glassy, but you know this is a Lickitung that I am just destroying right now. It really can't keep up. They'll force a shield or take it out, so they do end up shielding. I'm like, you know what, I could just flip switch here, so I'm just going to shield because I want my Aridos on their grass. I can just fully farm down. I still almost have 2 Dragon Claws coming out, so I flip switch and going down a shield, which is fine because I'm loaded with energy here. Out comes Lurantis again. Here comes the first Dragon Claw. I probably do like 50% on Lurantis. They shield 1. I'm going to get another one off. So they shield. And they're still going to get hit. So we're even shields. Yeah, there's basically the 50%. And they're going to need to throw. And a little too late. Flip switch against Lickitung. Almost takes out a Lurantis. And now I have alignment. And I can now just come in here, take 1 move, and Wild Charge. Basically back to back for the win here. So what a beast this Pokemon this thing is. I was so like just impressed. Like, wow, this hits so hard. I mean, there's certain matchups that you just can't do anything about. Like you're just gonna get outbulked and spammed. But it was really fun to use this Pokemon. And it was really attack heavy. And then there's other Pokemons. Electrode was one of those things where it's like someone mentioned that there's no point of using this because the grass type really hinders you in this meta, and I agree with that because you're half electric, half grass. Electric still has a lot of play, right? There's Slow Bros, Slow Kings. These neutral situations, like against Lickitung, you just spam a Wild Charge, and if it do 50% damage and get out into whatever one you want. And they shield, that's fine. So I grabbed 1 shield, right? So the Wild Charge, I don't even think I used Energy Ball. I just went Wild Charge pretty much everything because there's not, unless it's like another electric, then you'd use Energy Ball. But otherwise, there's not much that resists Wild Charge. So it's fun if you want a Pokemon that you can just kind of like spam Wild Charges and bail. Like that's what I would use it for. But there's so much grass. I mean, so much fire in this meta. I don't know if it's totally worth it. Ariados is one of those Pokemon that I don't know if I want to put in the scrafty category, but it's one of those Pokemon where like I don't love using, but I know I don't like going against it either. It's one of those Pokemon that's like can be very sneaky strong. So they are down a shield, and I still took switch with shield advantage. Just gonna line up here. I got a shield in case it is an ice punch or psychic. It's just a power punch. Just too bad. I just need to try and chip this as much as I can between the Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw. I should be able to like put this pretty low. But the problem is Thundershock's not going to do anything, right? So I need to either burn a shield or take this out. And they're 2 times boosted, but I did get to the move, but it did not go through. At this point, I think I just need to shield the Psychic, farm down fully, have a couple wild charges, hopefully. But this is looking pretty rough. At this thing, I can get outpaced here. Yeah, I tried to time it, but I couldn't even time it properly. So, gonna go down. I'm gonna get it back to back, but they're gonna basically take me way too low. And then I think I get outbeat by the counter by like 1 HP if I remember. Yeah, 1 HP loss to Metachamp there. Aridos on lead, so this is a really bad lead. And again, I haven't seen a ton of fairies, so I'm fine just going here. Cross poison, lunge is resisted. Cross poison still gonna hurt, so it is resist. Oh no, it's not resisted. Lomola. So now the only problem is I'm down. Waterfalls are resisted, but those are still adding up. I'm down so much energy, not energy. I'm down health, and my attack is lowered, so there's not much I can do there. I can take 1 psychic. I'm eventually probably gonna have to throw because the Thundershock, this full range down is not happening. Learn how to count because then I wouldn't have to shield this. I could have just got a wild charge off, but I am not counting. And then I tried to go. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe they threw, so I can just do that. I'm like, nope, these Thundershocks, even though are super effective, are not taking this out. So, okay, poorly played so far. Let's see what's in the back. Maybe I can sweep the Ariados. Because I still have wild charge, so I'm going to get 1 shield back here, most likely. So Lickitung, get the 1 shield back here probably, or they're going to try and sweep with their own Ariados. And now I got a bit of advantage, so I lunge here. This will lower their attack. They let it go. I can take anything, obviously, because everything's resisted. Probably just going to go cross poison, hope for the boost. And then I'm going to have to try and just like get a ton of energy and bank it all. Come back in with the Electrode to reset all these lunges. So I'm going for the full farm down. They're going to take me low, but I'm going to need Electrode to grab at least 1 shield here. And I do, and I'm loaded with energy. So this is going to take me out, but I'm loaded with energy. So I'm probably going to lunge right away to lower their attack. And then I'm going to have to go like double cross poison, hopefully for the win here. So lower their attack so they can't just lick me down. And now I just got to go double cross poison, hopefully for the win. Is this where they throw a body slam when they should have just maybe tried to lick me down? Yeah. I mean, it's not terrible timing, but that little bit of energy generation. Actually, they couldn't have licked me down. I would have got to the move anyways. So that is the spamminess of Ariados. Just like a ton of energy banked. Just spamming left, right, and center there. Good lead, even though this is super tanky. Probably throw 1 and bail. They have a little Mola. If I'm smart, I go into Ariados, but I'm not smart. One of these had an Ice Punch that caught me off guard. Is it this matchup? Is this why I lose this matchup? No, they throw a Psychic. Okay, that's okay. So I should be able to farm down here. Have a bunch of Dragon Tails and Dragon Claws going to line up here on what I'm assuming is the Alomomola coming back in. Yeah, and now it's just see how much chip damage I can do with this first. See, for a tanky water Pokemon, this dragon is putting in some work. down to the yellow, they're going to have to throw something else. They're going to get another move, and they catch on a Wormadam. So that's a great catch. And this is a great throw by me coming up right here, because instead of going Electrode where I should, I go and take in super effective Psychics. I remember this matchup. I'm like, what am I doing? My thought process at the time was save your Electrode for the Alomomola. But what I basically just did is let this guy get a ton of farm and just sacrificing this Pokemon for no reason. I did lower their attack times 3, so if I have to take a move, it's not the worst case scenario. But man, what am I doing here? If they're smart, they just like bank they bank all the move, and now I'm in huge trouble. I can maybe, they have to throw here, I can maybe farm down. I have to farm down, but if they get a second move off, and I think they get another Psychic off here. Yeah, this game's over. So really dumb play there. Should have just came in with the Electrode into that. My Aridos would have been fine against the Alomomola. So that's just not a smart play there. And then, yeah, Lickitung, again, just Wild Charge and bait, essentially. Wild Charge and bounce here. And now we're in pretty good scenario here. So yeah, Love Cup, Ultra League. I got some fun Ultra League ones coming. I got like one I tried to use Pokemon outside the top 100 ranking. I think that one's coming today. Then I got like an off-meta one coming tomorrow. And then I got Armored Mewtwo coming Wednesday. So check all those out. I got another, at least one right now, Love Cup with Charizard coming tomorrow. Don't have Wednesday yet, but I got a lot of time ahead to figure out that. So we will see. And then there's 2 weeks left. And we do it all again. I feel like this season went by fast. And I can't tell why. I can't tell whether time is just going by fast. Look at these Dragon Claws just chip. They're a dragon, I'm a dragon, so we're both doing super effective. But my Dragon Tails are doing way more. Just flip switch. I'm going to chip here a ton. Then I'll have to shield because, yeah, probably because the Dragon Claw would have taken them out. But now I have like a shield once and Wild Charge for the win. Yeah, I can't tell whether like, because it's already like mid-February. I can't tell whether just time feels like it's going fast or the season went fast. It felt like we just started the season. And maybe because it's like, I feel like these seasons are like the last 3 years with like COVID lockdown, where time went so fast because everything was the same. I feel like that's what's going on with GBL. Everything is just the same. They're not, I haven't had a rant in a while, so let's do a rant. They're not trying anything new. Like Great League, Ultra League, Master League are recycled. A lot of these cups, Love Cup is recycled from the past. They try and do like one typing, like electric or flying, or they recycle other like leagues, like weather cup, stuff like that. So it's just, what season are we in? I said this was my 12th straight Legend season. So what's this? I only missed 2 Legends, so 14 seasons maybe. So we're 14 seasons in. I've got 12 out of 14 top. The 2 seasons I didn't make it, I made it to like 2903 and 2992. I'll never forget that. I got 2992 and then dropped to like 2900 and couldn't get back because the first 2 seasons had walking. And if there was no walking requirements, I would have definitely hit Legend all the seasons. But yeah, it just feels like, I feel like there's a mixture of like burnout from people and people are just getting bored, quite honestly. The meta's stale, the leagues are stale. And it just seems like they don't care to try anything new and exciting. For those of you who weren't, when did they do the 30-second timer? It was only for 1 week. Maybe it was during like the down season of season 5. I think that season 5 was one of the down seasons. And they introduced I don't know, I think it was maybe just for 1 week. It was a 30-second timer, switch clock timer. So if you got out, you're only switch locked for 30 seconds instead of 60 seconds. And that changes everything because now you don't need to worry about just like getting farmed down. You can like have a couple of these Pokemon like Huisian Electrode just come in, have multiple wild charges loaded, throw the wild charge multiple times, and then bail. And then it was just a lot. It was fun. They need to do something different. They can't just keep doing the same thing because people are getting bored. I'm getting bored making these videos, quite honestly. I like making these videos because I like helping people out. Get your comments about how people like, oh, this is the highest ELO I've ever gotten. Your teams are great. So like, I like that. I like trying new Pokemon. Because earlier in the seasons, like seasons 1 and 2, I would just use the same team for a week, and that gets boring. Like you master it better, but I kind of like using these unique, like Armor Mewtwo. Like that was fun. It was terrible. It's not great in the Ultra League, but it was really fun to use. And then yeah, so like those are the couple of reasons I like doing this, and then like just being involved in the community more as opposed to just like I'm involved with my factions team, but it's interesting to like talk to some of these like creators and stuff like that and see you guys in these tournaments and stuff like that. So that is why I'm doing it. I'm gonna keep the grind going. Yeah, I'm hoping for some change next season. Anyways, that's enough ranting. Appreciate watching. Thumbs up, comments, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.